Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Mortanius, and we are back with some more Horizon Zero Dawn on the PS5. Just a second. Okay, folks, sorry about that. Got a phone call at quite literally the worst moment. But time of recording is 12:34 a.m. Monday, July 29th, 2024. I'm good, Azrael. I'm good. Thanks for stopping through. Ready to get back into it. It's my fault, folks. Here lately, my weekends have been preoccupied more so than usual. So me popping up has been more sporadic than it really is tolerable as far as I'm concerned. So I'm ready to get back into it. When we last left off, we had managed to get another tall neck, which we actually had to fight for, which was interesting. Yeah, Sun Steps tall neck. It was wild. I How big should Elder Scrolls 6 be? I honestly can't say. Um, what was Skyrim? Like what? 30 gigs, give or take? Oh, let me check something. Uh, about 12 gigs actually. So no, I don't know. But Elder Scrolls 6, uh, I suspect it's probably gonna be upwards of 70 gigs at least, considering how long it's being put together and yeah, how long it's being put together and how big of a project it is. I suspect it's gonna be pretty sizable, especially considering, sorry about that, more recent technology. Yeah, I had heard Baldur's Gate 3 was gonna be getting mod support. It's a good thing. We actually we need to start getting more mods and whatnot on consoles, honestly. 130 gigs, Baldur's Gate 3. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest. About 30 gigs. This was Skyrim. Oh, you must mean with all of its content, with all of its DLC. Oh, you mean Larian Studios making Baldur's Gate 3 being a small team? Yeah, yeah. It's always impressive when you find teams that are small like that that are professional. It's like you have a team like what's the name? Slow Clap, for instance, that made Absolver as well as Sifu. Good games. I recommend those if you folks haven't tried them yet. But if memory serves, when Slow Clap first came out, I was with Absolver on the what was it? Yeah, it was a PS4 exclusive at first. Wrong button. When they came out with that, it was I want what 12 people I want to say on the team altogether. Finally released it on Xbox and PC, and I was in heaven once I got access to it on Xbox. I'm like, finally. Sometimes those teams can end up getting far too big, and they lose what made them such a good unit in the first place.
Saving these for the trail.
I always do like when games, you said patch 7 has new evil endings. I always do like when games add more endings to themselves. Gives you so many more possibilities. But then it also potentially muddies up the lore, which is good if you want people to like roam around wondering what it is that you set up for long periods of time, potentially getting into the universe you created, maybe even aiding in the creation of said universe. Always fun when you get
Good.
people
We can
rambling
use
and
this.
going crazy about that kind of thing. What, patch 7 isn't out yet? Doesn't surprise me with how fast everything has been rolling out for this game. It legitimately doesn't. They really have been pretty quick with it. Especially with it being such a small team. Now, I did get that long leg lens, did I not? Yes, I did. Now I just need to go back there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and mark that. Hmm. Okay. You know what I mean? It doesn't surprise me. As much as Xbox might get mod support, they're trying their hardest to make sure that they can distinguish consoles and PCs, and I can understand it, especially
Never
if
know
your
when I might need
desire
these.
isn't to get a PC, or if your desire, more importantly, is to diversify what it is that you sell, to make sure that Xboxes or PCs isn't your only streams of income. Ah, said it'll also come with that patch 7 will also come with performance enhancement. Always good when they can clear up little problems. The level of frust is crazy, but to this day, there are games I still play that are out, both that are phenomenal and that are pain. And it's like, I don't expect it to be easy at any time, but wow, this really could have been dealt with. This problem could have been solved so very easily compared to all the other problems that you did solve. possible that they haven't started mod support yet. They're a small team, so they've probably focused on just quality of life issues, making sure the game works before they try and get it excessively pretty. That being said, I mean, footage I've seen, it's a gorgeous game, so it's not like they have a great deal to have to stay away from. But with its appearance, it does buy them time, allows them to focus in on the actual mechanics and the gameplay itself, making sure the game properly works. Good. We ran through so much health last time, and then we didn't even really get to recoup our losses last time anyway, before we started to run through the rest. Perfect. Knew along this route there will be striders as well as these bonfires. Oh, here we go. Yeah, more than likely they'll probably do a sort of let's focus on this for like 4 months. Once that's far enough along, we'll diversify and move on to the next project. Once we've bought ourselves some time, kind of thing.
Come on now.
Oh, well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I'm ready.
Oh, all right. I would kind of like it if you left my machine alone there, guy. It makes sense that they would at least... Give me a minute. I mean, are we done here or what? All right then. It anticipates. I like it. Huh? Where you going? Where you going? You don't want to chat? Come on, it's important. No, yeah, and Mother Nature has chosen to come in to help you out. It's not gonna matter though. Oh, it might. Game decides to make me take a swim. And there goes more wasted health items. Such a shame. I might actually have to let this strider go. Now, what were you saying? Oh, yeah. That's what I was saying.
Sandstorm scrapes like stones.
Yeah, that's what sandstorms tend to do. It makes perfect sense that they would give you a little bit of mod support. You know, give you a little taste, a little something. Something to tide you over, something to, you know, pass the time. Well, as well as letting you know, I mean, they're not ignoring you. They do hear you. And here's proof. Come on now. This is either a health item or... Hmm, you know what? Come, Bubba. Okay, I guess we're not taking down trees anymore, are we? Or did that require you to be a broadhead? It might have required you to be a broadhead. Hmm. A shame.
And one of these.
But understood. Yeah, and I mean, I know in the end people will want mod support to be, be there faster, but they again have to make sure that mod support doesn't outright break the original game, make it to where the game is nonsensical, as well as make it to where like you don't lose save files and all of that kind of stuff. It's interesting. You have to wonder how many times they actually have to play a game once it's modded to make sure it doesn't break everything. I doubt they have to for every mod, but that would still be interesting. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, it's wild. All this power and you can't even break through a tree.
Find help.
Hmm?
Easy now. What's your name? What happened?
Hackard. Find help for Pitchcliff. The Glendorks keep attacking. They'll kill my brother. Everyone.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Weird transition right there. But, yeah. Not if we have anything to say about that. Hmm. Do I really want to spend shards to repair? Conceptually, it makes perfect sense, but there's probably like a set amount. Like you need to have at least 200 before you can even start to heal. Hmm. That is what I'm saving up for right there. And oh well, I'm oh so close to getting it. So I might as well wait. Unfortunately. All right. Now back to what I was trying to do before we got attacked. Had to go get a ride, of course, but Jesus.
Tiny birds.
This really what you want to do? This really what you want to do now? Ooh, what? Stunned. I guess I kind of ran you over. To be fair, you're not a tree. But you might as well have been one. And of course, it's dead. No problem. Thanks for stopping by. Ah, nope.
All right.
No. Whoa, what? New save point activate. I mean, might as well. I'm not actually in a fight, funnily enough, so sure. How I'm not in a fight, I the world may never know. Let me see now. Dealing with glint hawks is not my goal right now. Besides, I still don't think I'm kitted out for those things. Well, hold on. Let me. Yeah. Not actually kitted out the way I'd like to be for those things.
That'll help.
One, sure, but in the end, I don't hit as hard as I need to. Two, though, nah. That definitely ain't going down right now. Uh, sure.
I can still get the upper hand.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Had to make sure I'm not getting ran up on. Run, you fool. And we made it.
Low and quiet does it. Gonna need this.
Gonna need it. Shit. Get over here. Honestly, out there picking a fight in the water. Oh. Damn. Damn. Oh, the traders. Jesus Christ. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's funny, I didn't know I got out this far. Yeah, it might have been because I wasn't on a broadhead.
I need this.
Uh-oh. Truck. Trouble. Trouble. Lasers activate. Okay. All right then. Yeah. I mean, it's handleable easily, but is that what I'm? You know what? I'm tripping. Why not just take them out? 'Cause I mean, I get it. They're not really important, but at the same time, it will be useful to take them out if for nothing else.
I'll tuck that
Need
away.
to loot myself a turtle crab. Buddy, rather you didn't, but you're gonna.
Good hit.
Drop it. Woo. Never do anything like this in real life if you can help it, kids. Don't get into a battle just to immediately go swimming. If your desire is to live. Not really. Gotta keep it out from this though. Easy to see why is I tend not to use that stuff. Alright. Alright. Fine. I was just trying to take out your protection first. I'll do it the other way then. It's of no consequence to me. Is that a bird or a glint hawk? A bird. Yep. Alright, so there's you and your friend in the background. Yep.
Oh boy.
This son of a bitch went and picked it up.
They're scanning for me.
I'm like, attack, attack. materials for tear blast. Oh. Hey, blow over there. Let me out. Bad kitty. Bad kitty. Good. I was in need of every kind of loot, actually, to be honest.
Brew that up later.
Irritating. I don't think I got everything. I think it was mostly destroyed, despite the fact of me disconnecting it from the enemy. What the hell is going on with that one? But here I am, dealing with it.
Might need that.
Oh, I'm gonna need it all. This is an interesting area. Weird. I mean, it's not like these rock formations couldn't be normal, or natural rather. It's just unusual to me. Okay. Well, hit that. I want to be sure of something actually. Now, what I would like, and I doubt it's the case, what I would like though is if the machines,
These are helpful.
if their
Bitter,
courses
though.
actually were persistent. And I know it's always been that kind of thing in terms of games where persistent anything is excess like data and whatnot taken up. And I'm fine with it not being persistent just for that simple fact. But I am good and ready to see us hit the point where we can do stuff like that and not really need to concern ourselves with it. Now because the data isn't still an issue, but because we have so much space, it just doesn't matter. And I think we're on our way, honestly, considering the fact that I can, and I actually did, and I've actually got to pick up another one for footage. But considering the fact that you can pick up a Seagate that's about 4 terabytes, well, 3.2 terabytes of space for under $100 from the Seagate folks, and it actually be not only a good product, but you know, nice little addition to the decor. So yeah, I think we're on the way. Especially when you consider the fact that me as a kid we used to hear, look at this memory card from PlayStation 1. 8 megabytes. Whole bunch of space. Whole bunch of space. So much space, you have no idea. The amount of games that we were able to save, all the entertainment, oh boy, it was wild. 8 megabytes. Then you find out years later that the equivalent of a PlayStation 1 is what's controlling the International Space Station, and then you kind of get your mind blown. Hey, while we were down here wondering whether we were going to have ourselves some problems with the Cuban Missile Crisis, nah, I'm in all them other places. Y'all were up there getting the chance to play Resident Evil, Legacy of Kain, Hunters of Reckoning,
You'll like what I have for sale, I promise.
Star Wars Jedi Power Battles,
I'll give you a good price.
Won't find better wares.
bastards.
Don't pass up these goods.
Take a look at these wares.
New mission.
I've got
Okay.
all the best goods here.
Or a mission I missed on my way out. That
Would you
was
like to buy something today?
a lot.
Where's your medal?
Cost you a shard.
Scroungers? What kind of brutes are you trying to attract?
Fine goods
We
for
were
a fair
agreed.
price.
I do the calling, you do the counting.
Goods here.
I wouldn't say agreed.
I don't complain about your counting, other than it
Only
takes
the
too
finest
long.
goods here.
I wouldn't have to check it twice if you'd stop droning in my ear.
Didn't catch that. She actually stops and like gets exhausted and all of that. It's kind of funny. It's a good little addition. I have both. Like, do business with both and quit being a bunch of dumbasses. You might not actually be able to split your time, so fine, buy both and focus on what you need first. Stability and function instead of form and appreciation.
I brought you both the parts. So, what do you say?
I don't suppose I could buy just the one.
You'd buy the wrong one. So give the hunter her shards for both.
Of course.
Smart
Here
man.
you are. If this is the price I have to pay.
The price you have to pay. The Snapmaw lens might just cover the loss we take on the other.
It won't sell for a loss, charcoal burner. You'd pay handsomely for a long leg lens if you had an imagination.
I have an imagination. When you rattle that piece of junk around, I think of your skull.
I told you from the beginning
People
this
like
wouldn't
him
be a
are risky.
scrap-dealing operation, that we would have class.
And I told you, a true metal seller knows to get his hands dirty.
As you wipe machine oil on my silks.
Who wears a silk apron to the metal markets?
I do.
Honestly, you asking to get covered in nonsense. I don't know what's wrong with you. A silk apron to the metal markets? Look, if this is what you want to do, that's fine. But that would require him to have his equipment away from what you do. Otherwise, you're going to get covered in grease. Suck it up. You wanted to get into this profession, dude. That's what this
Check out
requires.
these wares.
People like you are risky. Forward thinking, yes. But you're not even willing to sell the tried and true to keep yourself in business.
Fine goods for a fair price.
Like, Jesus. Well, we were only supposed to sell to upscale.
Find better
Okay, that implies there's a great many people who are upscale, and there's a great many people who actually want your product. What kind of logic is that?
They just keep going.
Only the finest goods
I
here.
told you from the
See for
beginning this
yourself.
wouldn't be a scrap-dealing operation,
these
that we would
wares.
have class.
And I told you, a true metal seller knows to get his hands dirty.
Real talk.
Leave the
As you
rest.
wipe machine oil on my silks.
Who wears a silk apron to the metal markets?
I do.
Fine goods. Check out
Ain't
these
nothing like
wares.
the excessively eccentric.
Hope I don't burn in the sun.
It look particularly hot out. You might,
My
You
family
might
might
be in
still be
trouble.
alive. And you're going to stand here and do nothing?
We've lost a dozen patrols beyond the valley.
Our orders are clear. No more. Freeholds were warned.
You're talking about orders. I'm talking about lives.
That's what the orders are for, to save lives. Good day, citizen.
Don't know what all the issue is, but I can respect that.
It's fine.
I can respect that you need help, but I can respect him not wanting to send numbers for one. Oh shit. I have been playing Tsushima for too long.
Tell me what happened to your family. Maybe I can help.
By the sun, I fear they are all dead by now. I barely escaped alive. Machines. Vicious machines attacked my family's estate. Father sent me to get help.
Okay. I'll help you if I can. But what am I dealing with here?
What kind of machines? Where did they come from?
A Ravager. By the sun, how it cut down those guards, and a pack of watchers came with it. The Sun King warned us that he could no longer protect freeholds beyond the valley, but Father never saw this coming.
See, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't have the numbers or the resources to do something like that. And y'all chose not to listen. I swear this reeks of Eden Prime from Mass Effect.
Tell me more about the estate.
My father owns a dozen quarries, and he's put his spoils into the estate. Fine tapestries, custom woodwork, silver fixtures.
But what about the people there?
Of course. Their lives are all that matter. My father and sister, plus a dozen guards and servants. I hope they survived.
I initially thought he might have been saying he put his blood, sweat, and tears into this kind of like description of the house. But there are also, like, there's obviously a great deal of coin in it. That's kind of one of the best, worst moves you can make. If you have a home, push comes to shove, you could just as easily turn your home into your biggest investment that you could sell, or that you can break down in pieces to sell if really need be. But the level of risky if you do something like that, especially somebody else potentially getting your home, you never actually telling them what happened, you dying before you passed it on to somebody, so they have no idea what it is you actually intentionally did. Like, there's a great deal of stuff like that that's actually, like, quite possible. I don't know if I'd go that route, but at the same time, I don't know.
I'll see what I can do about the estate.
Yeah.
You will? Oh, thank you. Oh, please, be careful. Those machines are deadly.
They're machines. I don't know of any machine anywhere in any universe that ain't. It'd be extremely weird. What would be the point of their existence if they weren't capable of surpassing you? And I mean that legitimately. What would be the point of that? What would be the point of the machine's existence if it literally weren't capable of surpassing you? You make them specifically because you want them to be better for you. Wait, what is that? Three swipes. It's not there though. What is that? Moonlight? I guess. Interesting. And it was called Honor the Fallen. The icon's not there though. Interesting. Maybe it's saying it's like a multi-pronged quest or something. Like, I'll do this part and go back to him or something.
best.
Won't find better wares.
Come, take a look.
Yeah, I don't blame the people for not really wanting to send more guards, but at the same time, I can 100% like feel and respect his pain. You know, Tinker taking mods out of weapons and armor. Who boy, who buddy. But the ability to get around the world as I need to, as I see fit, regardless of whether or not I've
got all the
created a
best
mount.
goods here.
Won't cost you a
power.
shard just to look.
Great
Better wares.
and terrible power.
Buy what you need, leave the rest.
Won't find
I'm sure
better
Aloy
wares.
herself has already enjoyed like the actual freedom that it brings. Covers so much distance by controlling a machine. Huh. Oh shit, okay. Well, I mean, I'm on the path. Might as well stick with it. I'm glad as much as she might stop to take a breath, she's not actually exhausted. Which makes perfect sense considering how much traveling you have to do with her. You're not always going to have access to a mount. Stop. What the hell is that? What? You can call stuff you haven't even seen? Charger? When a threat is detected, these herd machines will actively pursue and attack in numbers. Okay. 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 That was definitely my plan. Always is, always is. I'll leave you be. Probably should have checked you, though.
Ho!
Hey. Make a hard save. There we go. Hi there, hold there, be there.
These will keep.
Alright. Now we can actually head to somewhere. It is interesting how much you'll see machines and you won't really have a need to just go after every one. It ain't like you can't. It's just, funnily enough, you don't really need to. See, this is what I'm talking about. Just cut off the light of the machines and just let the world do what it does. I saw the darkness creeping in seconds ago. I'm like, yeah. There it is. What? Oh. Like, what the hell? Finna go through the tree and step into Narnia or something. Especially with this lighting. This mythical energy flowing through the world. Look at that. It pulses. Follow me for the secrets of eternity. And that's funny. Focus on the right side of the screen. I didn't even see what was on my left. Damn. That is one thing PlayStation does have over Xbox. Its lighting when it comes to certain environments is something else. I'm sorry, folks. I'm stuck on the aesthetics. But when it's gorgeous, it's gorgeous. You gotta take a minute. That's why I went ahead and let the machine go. We're just gonna run through this, walk through this. I remember when this game first came out, this was on my list of games to get my hands on if I had ever gotten a PS4. Never got around to it. But wow, am I glad I did now. Especially with them effectively porting it over for the PS5. I say they did pretty well.
This is where the Otaru wanted to say her goodbyes.
Oh, shit. So that weak against fire, huh? This is an area. Sorry about that. Well, let's see if we can light these underwater, huh?
Gotcha.
Well, look at that, Skater. Hoo-wee. Now look at them spitting some of that cold nitrogen. Shows they have a strong survival instinct. What you think, Billy Bob? I don't know, boy. I just want me some Snap Maw. Hurry it up. You always have questions to ask people instead of prepping dinner. And for those of you folks who might see this and think that's racist or whatever the hell, I'm from the South. You can't play that game with me.
Here we are again, where we never left.
What? Woman, don't just... What? Alright, give me a minute. Like, damn, did she stalk me out here until I was done with this, or what? Well, I mean, I kind of got respect for it. You know, stalk me out here. If something happened to me, at least she'd potentially be here to try and finish what I started, you know. And it's kind of like she at least owed me that much instead of just running away and hiding. I doubt that would be the case. I'm being generous.
When we fled from our cages during the liberation, I tore through this clearing, thinking my friend was behind me. I kept running, but here she remains. Thank you for making it safe for me to return.
No
I don't
problem.
want to rush you, but it won't stay safe for long.
It really won't.
I understand. I've done this before in waking dreams. In the pool, I'll find the bracelet of seeds she dropped when she fell. The seeds will be split, escaped, grown wild. She's passing from my memory into the jungles. I'll tell her it was I who died here and became a stranger in our own land, and she who still lives in every time of planting, of rains, harvests, and... Oh,
What is it?
there. Her bracelet. And I thought she was behind me. But there's only my reflection.
Do you need to be alone?
For the first time, I am.
I thought she was doing something like that. She's psychological, and this is almost kind of like split personalities, I guess. I'm not like a therapy expert or anything like that, a psychology expert. But that seems very almost split personality-ish. The mind is not a toy. Especially when you lose somebody who matters to you. You may even inadvertently create another version of who matters to you, who did survive. It's wild. It is legitimately wild, some of the stuff we'll actually make ourselves do. To the point where we'll actually do things that we never would have done as our sane self because we see somebody else doing it. What's even crazier is that we somehow, some way don't feel it. We cut ourselves doing something as the split personality, and we don't even feel that we cut ourselves. We exhaust ourselves, and we don't even feel the exhaustion. It's like it never even happened. The mind is a powerful thing, a wonderful thing,
This must
and
be
a
the
tragic
sun's
thing.
climb, where the
If you ain't
B'nuk wants to
careful.
paint his mark.
Good, I needed more echo shells. All right. All right now. I choose the wrong way or the long way. This music, there's obviously machines nearby, but this music makes me think something else is happening. Like I'm supposed to be sneaking somewhere. Well, damn, I guess I'm supposed to be sneaking somewhere. Turkey. Gotcha. Doesn't look like he dropped what I need.
Stocking up?
This title was, this video was more literal than I thought it was gonna be. I was more talking about hunting leads and gathering information. But alright, I mean, hey, I ain't mad. It recoups my losses and progresses me forward. While hunting down leads and gathering information. Yeah. Okay. No way. Oh wow, okay. Go ahead and hit the save point one more time. Now, how am I? Oh, this actually looks like a path. It is, okay. What? Oh, shit.
Damn.
No. Back down here. Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You can do it. I believe in you. Oh! Not fair, game. Not fair. You know that's supposed to throw me into some weird hitbox and make it to where I don't actually die. In truth, as irritated as I am, I do prefer that. Because that's legit. That's honestly legit. I'm not even mad. I'm more mad at the fact that I died, not so much that happened. Damn. Okay. They just sort of spawn there. Oh, it's funny. Saw a video here lately. Try to stay away from things like TikTok.
Down you go.
Saw a video here lately though. Somebody letting a rooster up an elevator so that they could wake up the people on the top. I mention it because they sound just like that rooster. Or just like roosters, rather. Which they should. They look like flying chickens. Yeah. Something else when those flightless birds get out down here. Oh, yeah. It's uncomfortable, man.
It's good to be free of the city.
I'd always wondered. I never actually saw them things like fly. One expected them to be able to. I don't know what just happened right there. I was up it and then I was down it.
It's good to be free of the city.
Yeah. Don't be weird, game. What the hell? Okay. Function true. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er valleys and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze, continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads at sprightly dance. Function true. There's probably more to it than like just the basic reading, but I'm like I'm not deep into poetry, nor am I like deep into programming. I'm trying to get into programming, but that's a different conversation.
You are a better hunter than I. I'll paint the mark while the spirits of the Glinthawks linger.
There'll be more where they came from.
Yes, there will always be more machines. Their spirits find new bodies, but we only last as long as memory. That's why I must leave the story. A monument to our vanished shamans, to the wisdom the Karja bled from us. The machine oil in the paint will preserve it. Preserve their memory against all that was cut away.
Just from what we've gotten description-wise, it almost
You have my
sounds.
thanks, Hunter.
He almost sounds Banuk. That's pretty cool. Didn't expect that. I don't know why it actually looks like that precisely, but I mean, it's probably some, or there's obviously some symbolism to it. But I mean like some actual meaning other than just it's like holy or unholy or something, you know. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, I'll do that. That Banuk mission. It is interesting. Oh, wait. I thought I was done with the shrine mission. I actually need to turn it in. Sorry about that. Yeah, I actually need to turn it in. Thought that had finished it. Got to get back used to one of those kinds of structures and games. I'm kind of not here lately. It's been turning, finishing mission. Oh, well, guess what? Don't talk to anyone. No need, unless you're trying to pick up a new mission or just see if they have anything else new to say. Amazing. Sometimes they do. Yay. Ugh. It's actually in the city. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm like, hold on. No, it's not. It shouldn't be. And apparently the map, the icon agrees.
I've seen better.
Don't know who you're talking about, what you talk about, or why. If it involves me,
This must be the Shrine of Kings that Naman told me about.
I don't particularly care.
It may have been meant for the Mad Sun King, but it's ours now.
It's a public monument, not his private shrine.
Okay.
You won't get in there. That dried-up old prune in a robe sees to that.
I can be persuasive. But what does an Osram want with a Karja shrine, anyway?
It reminds me of someone. Gone 2 years now. But what does a girl like you know of loss?
Try me.
I had a lover. Worked on monuments to their bastard king. Then he gave them a show in their sun ring for good measure. The Karja gave me back his broken bones, but what use are they? They won't build again. They won't make me smile.
And seeing a statue of the Mad Sun King will?
I need to see his work again. The marks his hands carved. The set of the metals they hammered. That's the soul of him. But that shriveled up old priest won't let me near it.
I'll see what I can do.
I can respect that, at least. You know. Somebody that matters to you, you at least want to say.
Every time I go near the
goodbye or see him
statue,
again.
he shouts at me.
Osram slaves built that thing. We deserve to have a look.
That
It may
as
have
well.
been meant for the Mad Sun King, but it's ours now.
It's a public monument, not his private shrine.
Begs questions. They wouldn't just randomly do something like this for no reason, regardless of who they are or what empire or organization they serve, regardless of what universe.
Turn away, child. The abiding Jahaman wishes to be alone in his retreat.
If you want to be alone, go someplace else. Others want to pray here.
Defile it, you mean? Yet another debasement of what was once pure. Truly, our tribe has lost the light. Our king is false, our temple is corrupt, and our soldiers weak. The sun hastens across the sky for shame.
So the Karja have become impure? What does that even mean?
Is Meridian not meant for those who built it, who made it great? It was pure before outlander squatters took it over.
You mean Meridian was pure when the outsiders were in cages or dying in your arena?
The sun is pure, child. It is not our place to question its divine will, only to act upon it.
Interesting. Well, here's my logic. So long as you're willing to follow that way of thinking in the other direction, which is to say, the sun says this mud, blood, and all of that of the old ways is supposed to be gone, then so be it. If you're willing to follow that, then I can partly respect your position. Because at least you're willing to keep the same energy regardless of where you have to go. You know what I'm saying? What perspective you have to follow. But I suspect that might be a bit of it, but most of it is just you, like, not wanting outsiders in your territory.
I thought Avad taking the throne was the sun's will.
The boy dishonored his father, dishonored us all. To kill his sun king. What shadow, what twilight time he brought upon us.
And how many more would the Mad Sun King have killed if Avad hadn't stopped him?
The sun called for blood. There was no choice but to obey.
See, that's what I'm saying. He seems the type, regardless of what the sun demands, he'll do it. Even if the sun demands that there's no more blood. He partly made it a point to step around that question she asked him when she asked him if the king is supposed to be the king, shouldn't it be because the sun chose it? But the way he basically said it is yeah, I mean the king could be the king because the sun chose it, but just because he's the king by choice doesn't mean he's going to act as he should. I'll say this much. That is more forward thinking than you hear in terms of stuff like this generally for the old ways and old days.
You called the temple corrupt, but aren't you one of its priests?
They call themselves sun priests, but they have no authority. Youths and sycophants all. Yet those who gave their whole lives to the sun's service are shamed and ignored.
So that's what this is. A tantrum? A cry for attention?
You know nothing of our rights, and yet you dare to insult me.
See, and then you have to be careful with stuff like that. Let's say this is a tantrum, okay? So long as his tantrum isn't causing problems for other people, he shouldn't be throwing a tantrum, but he might have justification. But a lot of the times, y'all like to say things like, why are you complaining? If you were getting it, you wouldn't be complaining. You wouldn't have anything to say if you were actually getting what you want. You only care because you're not getting that. And 2/3 of the time, that is projection, honestly. He may well be complaining. Does that mean he's wrong? Rather, he may well be just having a tantrum, but does that mean he's wrong?
Why do you think your army is weak? Because you're not at war with everyone?
A Karja throne relying on forged dirt mercenaries? Preposterous! The so-called liberation was nothing but a purge. Our most blessed warriors, chased out of the city, exiled to Sunfall and the Forbidden West. Our tribe is torn. The ones who walked in light now go by shadow.
And yet everyone but you seems happy they're gone.
Interesting. He said that they were in the Forbidden West as well. Wonder if that's going to be a thing with them. But yeah, it kind of sounds like, because I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't trust mercenaries either. Excuse me. At least people you know, I wouldn't trust mercenaries either. Beyond that, it's hard to say. A lot of the people that were participating in the red raids willingly were ousted and kicked out, chased out. Most of them more than likely need to be gone. You know, we have Zaid back here, but it still begs questions in terms of him. You, to some extent, you are greedy, but I don't know if it's simply a matter of greed or if it's greed as well as a desire to actually, help your people. So I'm trying to help my people, but I'm trying to get mine too.
I'm done arguing with you. Stay or go, but I won't allow you to keep others away.
I am here by the will of the sun.
I'm not gonna play the coward game. It's not gonna do any good, and if it does spark him, I'll end up having to kill somebody. That's not gonna do any good for anybody. In truth, he has no authority here other than what he's saying, and these guards know it. But at the same time, he's a priest, so they kind of have to listen. In truth, this is flimsy. It's paper thin. They know it too. They're literally just there doing their job as a guard. They rather this didn't get bloody as well, more than likely. Change has already happened. Logic like that is true, but there's no point in saying stuff like that. Well, this is already happening. You need to get on board or get lost. That kind of logic is useless. Because in the end, it's we're already doing this. So surrender. I don't care. Just surrender. Give me what I want. Surrender. You could use that argument in quite a few ways, and it rarely pans out well. We're progressing past this. Okay. I don't care. We're progressing past this. That's just the way it is. That's all it is. It's happening. The best move you can make for something like this is the brain one. You have no authority here. Let's see what he says and what the guards decide to do.
You don't believe in the throne, the priesthood, the army, or the city, so I guess you have no authority here.
I have the authority of the sun.
Then call it for help. No one else will listen.
There'll be a reckoning.
you'll back away from it.
See what I mean?
The longer we stay here, the more it'll feel like home.
Oh no.
They dress a bit too fancy. But he's made a place in the Sundom for the awesome.
Here's what I don't get about the Sundom. All these fancy decorations everywhere. It's downright embarrassing.
It is excessively fancy. It really is, especially in this kind of world. But whoa.
Underestimated the Shadow Karja.
Yeah, and then that's the other thing. He said most of those who left are shadow, are cast in shadow. Sounds to me like they're Shadow Karja.
I miss Mainspring. Charcoal smoke from a dozen forges.
And then she said he seems to be the only one not happy that they're gone.
Beads and feathers.
I get it.
That's a normal,
and I mean,
right?
honestly, setting aside personal feelings about the things they may have done, the atrocities, their skills are impressive. Their skills shouldn't get them off the hook, but their skills would be impressive, considering that they weren't just outright killed. But I guess they were given a chance to actually find a new life somewhere else, in a place that wasn't so bloody, so focused on what it actually was at the time.
He gave them the best work he'd ever do. And look at it now.
They defaced it because they hated what it stood for.
They defaced a thing slaves like him lived and died for. Slaves they've already forgotten. Short-sighted bastards, the lot. If they thought their son set off this bridge, they'd jump after it. I thank you for honoring my wish.
I hope you can find peace.
I wouldn't know what to do with it, any more than the Karja do.
Yeah. Sweat. That's how you know you've done a good day.
That's the problem with zealotry in any form. Religious, business, pleasure, knowledge. It's always the same. Excuse me. It's always the same. Always the same problem and always the same solution. Everything in moderation.
I'm tired of being tired.
You can take any idea, and so long as you got somebody with enough of a voice to make you want to listen, powerful enough voice, a powerful choice of words, even the lack of a powerful presence can still solve the job. It still do the job, still solve the problem, rather. Kinda need to be able to move through here on my machine. I mean, you're gonna make this a thing, you know. At least she's not slow. How tall is Aloy?
Sure as the sun's rising, he's courting that noble girl.
Huh, she's 5'6". She seems shorter to me. I don't know, I guess being 6'1", she's gonna seem shorter to me.
Everyone needs a splash of color in their lives. Come, let's talk it over.
But she just outright seems a lot shorter. I don't know.
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosing.
Yeah, I remember. You didn't really choose.
So you've come back to the temple.
I was invited back. The priests wanted to hear what I had to say about reconciliation with the other tribes. They're listening. At least they've begun to listen. There's a distance between ears and deeds.
Because of what we did?
What you did.
It was for the mourners. I think it helped them.
You set them on the path. You can't know what their journeys hold. Such is the priest's lot. Perhaps a red robe would suit you.
Not me. Besides, your temple doesn't even take women.
We would be richer if we did. Go in light, my friend, and let the sun cast your way.
Thank you, Naman. Where I'm going, I could probably use all the light I can get.
Hard to say one way or another if they would or wouldn't be better. You have another perspective, but again, hard to say. Yeah, but at least they are willing to listen. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as you're at least willing to hear the perspective. The perspective could be just as easily utterly wrong. Now, I'm not going to lie, there are some perspectives that are extremely dangerous to allow to be heard. They really are, especially when it comes to some people, because some people are, there are a lot of people that are extremely malleable. Extremely malleable. So as such, they don't really have a great deal of, like, stability when it comes to those matters. Great. Yeah. Not interested.
Could you spare a moment to speak of the finer things?
What did you want to talk about?
You were an outlander, no? An adventurer. I used to be one myself. I admit, I miss the beguiling colors of the wilds. Speaking of which, I wonder if you've come across a very special kind of flower. It's made of metal, like a machine. Other blossoms grow around them in amazing patterns. These gleaming beauties are very much in demand among my clients. If you bring me some, I have valuables to trade for them.
Makes you wonder why they never want the whole patch as well. It could be because of how interesting the growth itself is.
You said you were an adventurer.
Just so. The nobles of Meridian crave flowers for their balconies and gardens. So out I went, with bow and spear. I made my name by searching the wilds for the wildest blossoms. No bandit nor machine could keep me from those precious petals.
So what happened?
Love happened, my sweet. My paramour frets too much when I venture out. So now I collect flowers for those without such bonds.
Is it worth it? Being restrained like that?
Of course. Freedom is sweet, but the embrace of my beautiful Theridine is sweeter still.
It depends on what you're doing, man. Not everybody's life is best with a companion. We as a species are better together than we are separate. It's one of the reasons why that she asked such a question. It is important to her. But you always something like that is always risky. When you think about it, it's like you met this individual doing what you do. And while we should always progress and be willing to update and adapt, what you do is partly probably what attracted her in the first place. So then you shift, that might cause a problem. But it seems like you shifted to the same thing, just the mercantile aspect of it instead of the actual acquisition part of it. So that might actually work out very well for you. Because in the end, conceptually, you were kind of moved off of your purpose. And that never works out well.
These metal flowers, what are they exactly?
No one knows. But some say they began sprouting 20 years ago when the machines started to go mad.
Huh.
Perhaps they grow from the tears of the sun. For he has many faces, does he not? Wrathful one day, cool and patient the next. Perhaps he weeps for our suffering when his anger breaks.
Interesting. Right around the time, because she's about 18, give or take a few months. Well, she is 18, but I don't know how far into 18 she is. It makes me wonder if that was right around then, and then why? None of those make any sense to me.
Ah, let us haggle over this beautiful bounty.
All right, there are marks in terms of the metal flowers. I forgot that. Then we have the tokens. Well, I can't do anything here other than for the tokens. I might pick up those, like that Banuk stuff,
Till
like
we meet
later.
again. I have a matter of grace and beauty I would like to discuss with you.
We have already discussed that matter of such grace and such beauty. Mystery boxes? I think I already dealt with the one in terms of the mystery boxes. The vessel, hunting goods, artifact collectibles.
More prices will go up.
I don't know. In terms of this one.
Don't forget to
You okay?
support a Karja merchant over in Oslo any day.
Fine goods for fair price.
Mystery boxes. Nope, eclectic collectible. Oh, you are specifically DLC based. Wait, what? You can buy containers? What the hell? What? He's the eclectic merchant. So what, am I supposed to take these over to the dude who wants vessels or
You're
something?
looking for artifacts.
Yes, but I'm no profiteer.
Damn.
Sun King Avad has named me an envoy to the Banuk. I work on their behalf, looking for sacred relics to return to their homeland, Ben-Ur. I'm especially interested in wooden figures that are sometimes found near Banuk rock paintings. If you have any, I have valuables to trade for them.
If I can find them, I will. Girl, looking at you, I should have talked to you first.
You said the king named you an envoy to the Banuk?
Yes, I've been to Ben-Ur many times, and the Wirek chiefs trust me. I help them maintain diplomatic ties with Avad. Some say they're a mysterious people, but their ways make a lot of sense to me. All you have to do is be the best. Doesn't matter if you're born high or low, man or woman. They respect skill, not some fool notion of heritage.
I see the appeal.
I wish more Karja did. Anything they don't understand, they call backward or savage.
I can respect the desire to be the best in that argument. Not everybody's going to be able to, though. That's the one issue. So long as they give you the opportunity to try, that's one thing. But then the question becomes, what happens when you aren't the best? Do they tolerate such lack? Do they allow second, third, ninth best? Begs questions. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, how can I put this? You're going to have technicians, and there's always going to be a master technician, right? There's always going to be a master archer. There's always going to be a master sniper, a master chef, so on and so forth. But in order for there to be a master, there has to be lower levels. So it always begs questions. One would say maybe they let you be the best of that lower level, but then let's say you get 100,000. Well, how many bests of how many levels are you allowing here?
Tell me more about these Banuk figures.
Simple wood sculptures made by Arnak, a legendary hunter who was exiled from Ban-Ur for killing his chief. He left the figures near painted stones in places that reminded him of his homeland. Later, his tribe declared him innocent. Now they see him as a kind of wandering hero and want those figures back. I do what I can to help him get them, including trade for them, if you have any.
I mean, we'll see. I think I picked up some.
You ready? Let's trade then.
Oh, shit. Those things. Okay. But look, traveler boxes, Carja box, Nora box, Kantara's box, reward box. Oh, okay, no. I name you. My claim. I cannot confess punishment. Okay, so yeah, they actually have like specific ones. I thought those were a part of. You know what? What I will do is this. I'll go ahead and open the Nora Keeper. Since it started out with Nora, and then we met Karja, and we haven't really met Mini Banuk.
Come on back if you find any Banuk goods. I
Oh,
pay
you know
well
I
for
will.
Banuk relics, Outlander.
Alright. Oh, okay. So it doesn't give you much. It literally gives you like an extremely small amount of craftables. Like it gives you 10 shards, 2 metal vessels, blades, 2 blades, 5 sparklers, 4 wire, and 10 ridgewood. Oh shit, I can go ahead and just get all of them.
Good haul.
I'm thinking it was gonna
Back
give me
from the
like
wilds.
advanced stuff,
The Banuk
like
will be happy to get their...
advanced weapons, advanced
Let's see what
armor
you have.
type stuff. If that was the case, I'd have picked these up from the beginning.
Good luck out there. Found any...
Nope, I have not. I can respect that we have a working relationship, but please do not pester me.
Banuk relics in the
I have
wilds,
work to do.
Outlander?
Take a look. I'll give you...
Well, folks, that's going to be the end of episode 13 of Horizon Zero Dawn on the PS5. If you folks like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Didn't actually do this at the beginning. Follow the links to my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be,
Tell you what I like. The sound of a hammer on steel.
have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night.
It's grown on me.
And God bless you.